everyone, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, well, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, big welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are here, and Happy New Year! You'll see I don't have my little Christmas decorations. The Vlogmas has finished, and for those of you that joined me for Vlogmas, thank you so much. And if you missed out, you can definitely hop on back over to my prior videos and check out my little mini Vlogmases. I had a lot of fun recording them and being in the seasonal spirit, and I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. And if you celebrate other holidays, I hope you had wonderful holidays with your family and friends. I know it was hard this time of year with the weather we've been having for those who are traveling. So I hope you were able to get to where you needed to go and spend time with people you care about. So without further ado, let's get into the first Multifarious Nature podcast for 2023. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to get into the shop update first. And for shop updates, I just wanted to let you guys know I do have a lot of exciting things coming up for Multifarious Nature. Some just really neat things I want to share with you guys. So definitely make sure that if you have not, make sure you do subscribe to my newsletter. I do try to send out monthly newsletters. It definitely won't be more than that. It's kind of sporadic. It may be monthly, it may be every other month. At the moment, I'm trying to do monthly, so that's the goal. That is the goal. So I do want to let you guys know that. So if you do subscribe to that, you will get messages from me. It would be once a month. Primarily, it is if what's new in the shop, what's new going on with Multifarious Nature, and then if there's any sales going on, I would definitely share that information there as well. And then, of course, I do like to add some fun, like things that I may find interesting, something like that. I definitely take inspiration from Andrew Mowry on that, so I didn't just come up with that on my own, but I would like to, share fun things I've discovered and stuff like that. So, and it may or may not even be knitting related, just to add some fun stuff to your day. So make sure you hop on over to the website to do that. I'll of course include a link below to subscribe to the newsletter. It'll just take you to the website where you can subscribe. And so that's super exciting. And also I wanted to let you guys know, so I'm going to talk about my Advent today. I did finish knitting it, but I do want to let you know there's just a few left in the shop. If you want to snag one of the last Advents, definitely hop on over there. I don't want you to miss out. They are one of a kind, dyed up, and once they're gone, they are gone. So you will see, I will be spoiler alerting, I am going to show you the finished Advent. I knit mine. I purchased from Helen Stewart the Habitation Throw pattern. I include some pattern suggestions with the Advent that you purchase, but there's no patterns included with the Advent. So I do want to make sure you know that. So if you do purchase the Advent and you want to knit a certain pattern, you would have to purchase that pattern or use a free pattern. You just would have to supply a pattern yourself. And I like that because it doesn't lock you into a pattern. It allows you to do whatever you'd like. So I purchased the Habitation Throw, and I might as well show you guys that first. So we'll start with finished objects. So excited, you guys. I did finish this. I knit every single day, and there were a couple days where I didn't finish the color, and then I ended up finishing it the next day and getting into the next color. So I really did balance it out, and I did actually finish in I finished it on the day after Christmas. So it took me 26 days to knit this, and that's huge. I mean, that's, again, a big feat, in my opinion. To be able to knit a shawl or a blanket in that 26 days is amazing. So I will show you in the order of the Advent from day 1 through day 25. And you guys, I'm so silly. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with day 25, and I forgot the pattern is designed for 25 days, so I did have a day 25 on here. And I kind of goofed on my percentages, so I don't want to give too much away because it is a paid-for pattern, but the pattern was designed, the Habitation Throw was designed for a 10-gram mini skein Advent. So every skein is 10 grams. And I have a 20-gram Advent, except for day 25, which is a 100-gram skein. So what I did, where I failed a little bit, I mean, it's totally fine, but somewhere along the lines here, I did not use 10 grams of each color. And the reason I know that is when we get to day 25, you'll see there's a very large portion of this blanket that is day 25. And that was just, you know, it's my own oops, but it's not I mean, I should actually look at this and see like how much more it really is. Okay, it's not, I was really probably off by maybe 2 or 3 rows. So that's, or let's see, 6 rows back and forth. So like 6 rows. So that's not bad. I mean, it's not that much more. All right. So without further ado, we have a day 1, 2, actually 2 is here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it's right here, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and last but certainly not least, day 25, which is a beautiful silvery gray color and is a tonal. Many of these are tonals, speckles, variegated. I tried to give you a mix of many, and it's a little hard to see with this lighting here. It's super dark outside, so I have to use fake lighting here, but there's some major sparkle going on day 25, and then throughout. There are many skeins that you will find that have fun sparkle. These bases are 3 different bases. So I have merino cashmere nylon, which is a new to me base, which is so super soft and luxurious and wonderful. So I have some minis of that. I also have the merino nylon stellina, which sparkly fun. And then we also have, of course, the very go-to sock that is nylon and a merino nylon blend. So here it is in all its glory. It's massive, so I'm just gonna have to kind of like move it around here, and it'll cover me for a moment. I'll try not to talk. There we go. So it's 40 inches by 40 inches. It definitely is the size that the pattern said it would be, which is awesome. And I could have definitely made it larger, of course, if I wanted to use all of each skein, but I wanted to be able to finish it within the 26 days. So I'm glad I did it. It's a really nice little lap blanket, and I've used it so many times since I finished it. It's my go-to little lap blanket right now. And I just sit on the couch while I'm knitting, and I have it on my lap, and it's wonderful. And it keeps me nice and cozy. It's so soft and luxurious. I just absolutely love it. I would definitely like to make another habitation throw. It was a lot of fun to knit. It was very relaxing. Exactly what I needed this time of year. That is for sure. So I do highly recommend it if you're looking for a really versatile pattern, because I've also heard people fingering weight double and doing it with, I think, a size up with your needles. I'm not sure how far they size up, but pretty much the thing is it's super versatile. You just need to do kind of a swatch just to see if you like the fabric, because of course the designer recommends a needle size based on the type of fabric they're going for. So I do recommend trying it out if you want to use a bulkier weight yarn. You know, you do you. I think it has a lot of versatility, and I will gladly marl yarn together and have fun doing that and doing like a DK weight. I think that would be a lot of fun. This is a really nice one. It's very cozy warm considering its fingering weight, and it's very airy because it's open with all the lace, but surprisingly enough, it's still cozy. So I think you'd be fine. But if you do want it to be heavier weight, you definitely could hold it double, and it would be probably a little bit larger too. Yeah, because you'd probably use a different needle size. I don't know. Just experiment, have fun, go wild with it. That's the fun part about making your own garments and blankets. You can just do whatever your little heart desires, and it'll be amazing. All right. Sidetracked. Whips. Let's look into the works in progress next. So we will start with my Big Cozy Cardi by Andrea Mowry. I talked about it a while back, and I did get to do some knitting on it. So I want to let you know that. I didn't do a lot, but I did do some knitting on our trip. And of course I am partially mid-row, so it's not going to be held straight. But this is a massive project. This is going to be a long, going on for a while type project. So here you go. This is the Chestnut colorway by Multifarious Nature. So this is one of my colorways. I'm using my knit picks. They're the 4 square needles, so they have like a square to them, and they're wood. They're really nice to work with. I like them a lot. It's supposed to help if you have like arthritis or things like that. It's supposed to help with that. But this is a Chestnut colorway. It is a beautiful brown. It has kind of this reddish, like orange, not red, like an orangey red tonality to it. It's really beautiful, and you can see the really pretty texture going on with this. So this is the main part of the sweater. For those of you not familiar with Andrea's Big Cozy Cardi, I'll show you the picture of it. It is like a blanket cardigan. So cozy looking, isn't it? I'm looking forward to it. So I am working on that, and this is going to be something that's going to take me a while. I know that. And I am using, I've got this nice and balled up here. But I'll show you it in skein form too. So this is another one of my colorways. This is Autumn Kiss. Isn't it just gorgeous? It's like this fiery coral with the reds and deep, deep, deep reds and some, like, I'd say almost borderline like burgundy color fleck, like speckles throughout. This is on my Surrey alpaca base. I do have a couple still in the shop, currently dyed up if you are looking for it. I, of course, will always take custom orders. If you are interested in a larger quantity and I do not have it currently in the shop, please reach out to me. If you contact me through the website, it just says contact me. Hit contact me, reach out to me, please let me know. I have done many custom orders and I'm very happy to do so. So just let me know, because as long as it doesn't say limited edition or limited run colorway, I can dye it up. If it's limited run, I just dye it up and that's it. But this is not a limited run. This is a colorway I can dye more of. So I know a lot of people like to use Surrey and hold it double, similar to mohair with others. So I can definitely do that for you. Again, this is Autumn Kiss, and I just love it. It is so beautiful. I knit up something that I forgot in the other room, and I want to show you guys, so I'm gonna have to go grab that. And I actually use this colorway in it. So here it is, all balled up. But here I forgot my mittens. I want to show you. You guys, I actually knit the mittens. I did. So hang tight for just a second because I don't edit my videos. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, sorry about that. If you're still hanging with me, thank you. I appreciate your time and I appreciate you. Okay, these are the mittens. So these are using that colorway, the Autumn Kiss colorway, and I'm holding it double with Plutalope. I believe it's called Deep Woods. I know they have numeric names for their colorways as well, but I think it's Deep Woods. It's like a brown color. And I'm holding that double with, and I used, okay, I should tell you the pattern. I've got it right here. Whew. It's a free pattern. It's the Pearl Soho Arched Gusset Mittens. So I knit those up really fast, you guys. It's a larger needle size, and I want to say it took me approximately 4 hours per mitten, which is, I mean, it's pretty fast. I knit these during our blizzard that we had going on here, and it was so much fun. I normally do not like knitting mittens. I don't know what it is. I get really bored and irritated, but these were a lot of fun to make. It's a much larger gauge, so it went really fast. It fits so nicely. I wore these today when I was driving to work, and they are super, super toasty warm, and I haven't even blocked them yet. I'll be completely open about that. I did not even block them yet. They're so cozy warm, and it's very chilly out today, and these are keeping my hands toasty. So I highly recommend that pattern. And again, Putalopi is a very rustic, it's Icelandic wool, but I combined it with that Surrey alpaca, and it's super soft and fluffy. So it adds that kind of softness to the rustic. And Putalopi isn't terrible, but if you have high sensitivity, it might irritate you. But I do recommend that Surrey alpaca. It's so soft. So yeah, really fun. And I wanted to show you guys that because I'm really proud of them. They were really fast to knit up, and I had debated doing them during Christmas or before Christmas for traveling. I had debated making these, and I wasn't sure, and then we got kind of snowed in basically for Christmas, and I ended up knitting them up. So then I had them for when we ended up going to Chicago the following weekend, and it was in the 40s, so it's 40 degrees Celsius, or Fahrenheit, so I actually really didn't need them, but I had them anyway. So there we go. That is the Arch Gusset Mittens by Pearl Soho, and that is a free pattern. So I do recommend that. It was a lot of fun. So the next work in progress is a pair of socks that I cast on. I did a Christmas Eve cast on with another new colorway. This is a sock set, and it's the Oh Christmas Tree sock set. It is so fun. So it is all the classic colors that you would see in my opinion, a classic Christmas tree. So I have the really pretty greens in varying shades going on here, and then we have some speckling of reds and bright yellows and like dark blue speckling, and I have speckling all over, and it just is reminiscent of all the beautiful ornaments that are in the tree and the pretty lights that are in the tree as well. So it's really a fun colorway, lots of fun speckling, and then of course it comes with a contrasting color, and that is bark, and that is the mini skein that it comes with. And if you want to see how my sock's looking, so I'm doing the male sock. I've done the shorties at least twice, and now I am doing the Mael Classic sock. It's a really fun pattern, you guys. I do recommend it. They are Mael, I think that's how you say it, Mael socks. It's by Fox and Fig, and it's awesome. It is a pattern that's actually two different socks. So you have the shorties and the large sock, and they are two different patterns. It's not like one's just longer than the other. It is actually a different pattern. The Mael Classic is definitely a little bit more complicated, not impossible to do. It just takes a little bit more focus, and that's what I'm working on right now. So as you can see, I've got from my cuff down, and then I was debating doing the heel, toe, and cuff contrast, but I actually changed my mind. I'm doing the cuff and the toe with the contrast color, and then I'm gonna just do the heel with continuing the color. I just felt with the way the pattern was knitting, it just kind of worked better, and I don't know. I could have done the contrast, but I feel like it might distract from, there's a lot of stitch work going on in this. It's gonna be a little tricky to see because of course, it is a variegated and speckled yarn, but there's some slip stitches going on. This is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give it away. There's some slip stitching going on. There's cabling going on. there's this really pretty kind of what I'm looking for, like honeycomb. It's like a honeycomb pattern that's on the top of the sock. And then of course you have your ribbing, but then on the sides there's cabling. It's a really easy cabling though, so don't be intimidated. It's really easy. But yeah, so there's a lot going on in this sock. I'm really going to be excited when they're finished. I have a feeling they're going to fit amazing. The Mayel Shorties are some of the best fitting socks. I also made a pair as a gift, and they fit perfect for the individual that I made them for. So yes, I am very excited to continue working on these, and these are my Christmas Eve cast on, and I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. It's so much fun. Again, this is that Oh Christmas Tree sock set, and you can currently get it in the shop. Last work in progress. It is my Christmas Advent that I got as a gift. So this year, my husband got me an Advent again. I love it. It's my favorite Christmas gift. It's the gift that lasts all season. So I am working on the What Tomorrow Brings shawl. It was included with this Advent. It's the Suburban Stitcher Advent. Her Advent was called Quiet Voices. So as you can see, they're very light, soft colors. Very soft. And I am just kind of doing this as is. I'm not really aiming to do one color a day. I'm kind of just going through it as I am able and not stressing out about it. And so far it has just been very relaxing to work on because I am just going with it. It's a lot of fun. And so far, I don't want to give anything away, but it's a really nice transition from one section to the next. And each section is the cut for each color. So it's really fun. It's a really fun pattern. You can actually buy the pattern separate from the Advent, which I always like that because I know it's fun, of course, to be able to get a pattern with an Advent. But if you're someone who purchased an Advent or made your own Advent, because I totally understand making your own Advent with minis you may have or like with remnants, you could purchase that pattern and then use your minis for that. So again, that pattern is What Tomorrow Brings shawl, and I'll show you what the pattern, here we go. So this is what it looks like in black and white. It's so pretty, and you can see all the different sections, and yeah, it's really beautiful. It goes like across, and then it goes down, and then I think it goes side to side or something along those lines. There's a lot of different directions that this pattern goes. So it's really fun. So that's the What Tomorrow Brings. Again, that's by Telly Bee Knits. And I actually purchased with a discount because I had the Advent. You get a discount, and it's called the Little Leftovers pattern. This is also by Telly Bee Knits, and she designed it so that you could use up your leftovers of the Suburban Stitcher Advent, but you can use leftovers from, gosh, almost any. I say almost any Advent because I just don't know how much leftovers you would have. But again, each section is, this will show you kind of the half version of it, but it is a cowl, a really long cowl, and it's pretty. So this is what it looks like. Again, each section is a different pattern, and each section is each color. And she really does a nice job of breaking down each color in the pattern and then showing it here so you can really get an idea of what it'll look like. And it's worn where this is like your shoulder area, and this is up by your neck. So it kind of drapes down the front. It's a really nice looking cowl. There's more pictures if you go on her Ravelry. I did the printer-friendly version, so there's not as many pictures, but it looks like a really nice pattern. I haven't done it yet, and I may use my Multifarious Nature Advent because I'm pretty certain that I have more than enough of each color to do that, and I would love a cowl with those colors. I think it's really, really pretty, so we will see. All right. I think that is it for the works in progress. It is. Okay, stash acquisitions. So I just kind of wanted to, if you're not into stash acquisitions and you're trying to not spend money or anything like that, then I totally understand. And thank you for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you in the coming weeks. But if you are curious about some stash acquisitions, these were all gifts for Christmas, and I just wanted to share them with you because some of them are really, really, actually, well, all of them are fun, but some are just really unique. And in case you are curious, you can look it up and maybe give them as gifts or maybe treat yourself. So these were gifts, so I'm not going to include websites for them and any of that information because they're gifts. But if you Google them, I'm sure you'll be able to find the information. So the first one is really cute here. These are tiny skeins. I've seen these before when we go to festivals and stuff like that. And the company is Oink Pigment. And they are the skein earring, or tiny skein earrings is the name of them. And they have these nice little lever back to them. And look how cute those are. So Oink Pigment does hand-dyed yarn, and so she did the hand-dyed yarn and made these super cute little mini skein earrings. I think they are so adorable. So adorable, and I really love the color. I know she has many different colors, but this one in particular, I think is just gonna be right up my alley. It goes with a lot of things I like to wear. I love wearing my warm colors and my reds and pinks. So pretty. So there's that. This one too. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. So I got a t-shirt. I'm all for fun t-shirts. And it says, a spinner's diet, a little wine, a lot of fiber. Isn't that so cute? So it's a t-shirt, and it has this really cute embroidery of the little ram and a sheep and alpaca and a little rabbit. All of your typical fiber buddies that you would spin yarn from. So isn't that adorable? It's so cute. And I love how each critter has like a different stitch pattern on them. Really cute. So if you know someone who likes to spin, this is a really cute gift for a spinner. And then this I got as well, and it's so cute. So I love my little pins to put on my bags. I don't have a lot of pins yet, but when I find really cute ones, I do like to hang on to them. And this one I actually got as a gift, and it's absolutely adorable. And it's called Tree Turtle, I guess is the brand. Look how cute the kitty is. This little kitty knitting. And it's so cute. I love the fact that the kitty's knitting, but the kitty is like wrapped up in the scarf, like completely wrapped in it. Isn't this so cute? And then she has all these little, she or he has all these little balls of yarn over here. It is so adorable. So this little pin I'll be adding to my project bags, and I might just end up putting all of my little pins on one project bag because I don't have many and they're so cute. So I got that little one. Again, that's Tree Turtle is the brand. And then these you can find online, I'm sure. I know one you can because I've heard a lot about it, and I wanted one. I wanted it for so long, and I did get it. And I actually wanted this one too for the longest time, so such a treat. So this first one is really fun for trying to get into doing more pattern designing. Really, I'm not really gonna, I don't know, someday I would hope to do pattern designing, but at the moment, if I do any pattern designing, it would more or less be using a pattern and adding design elements to the pattern. So the first book here is, that kind of ruins it, but I have two books to show you. So this one is Alternate. It's a Stitch Dictionary, 200 Modern Knitting Motifs. I've been admiring and eyeing this book for a while. I just thought it was super fascinating. There's so many wonderful patterns in here. and it shows you how to do each pattern. It's a stitch dictionary, which is really cool. And then something that I really admire about it is in the back, it has patterns to go with the stitch pattern. There we go. So there's like an actual pattern, and then you use the stitch patterns with it. I think it even tells you kind of how to create like a sweater and add an applique to it, like add the stitch design to it. But I mean, there's some really unique ones, like for example, cranes. Like that I think is really neat looking. I would think having some cranes across a sweater would be really pretty, or even to do a cowl. I just think it's really neat, and you can make some really cool gifts, I would think. Or mittens. You could do mittens and put some fun motifs on your mittens. I just think the possibilities are endless. And so this is, I think, going to be a really good way that I can start experimenting with things and having a lot of fun. So again, that's Alternate Stitch Dictionary, and that's by Andrea Rangel. So there's that. Would make a great gift. And then last but certainly not least, I have something that you have probably heard of. If not, this is going to be amazing for you. So if you're into knitting shawls, they also have a sock book, and this, I'm late to the train, but this is Lina, I think that's how you say it, Lina magazine. 52 weeks of shawls, the shawls one, and it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I mean, not only am I very much looking forward to making many of these shawls, they're just so beautiful. And so, I mean, it's almost like a coffee table book. It's absolutely stunning. They're all so beautiful. I just want to make all the things. And they're mostly shawls. I should say they're mostly shawls. There are a couple cowls in here, but they're majority shawls. And then there's a beautiful page divider here to hold your spot. Absolutely gorgeous. And tons. I mean, like, there's 52 patterns in here, and they're just stunning. They're just stunning, and they're all different designers from all over the world, and I'm so excited. I don't even know which one to do first. I really don't. This is going to be such a struggle. Yeah, here we go. Here's a cowl. It's so beautiful. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? I'm really excited. Yes, so this is 52 weeks of shawls. I did get this as a gift, but I know you can find it online, that's for sure. It's not as easy to find as Alternate. I think you can get this even on like Amazon, but this one is a little trickier. You can probably get it from some yarn stores. I'm sure you can get it from Lina directly, but I'm in the US, so I did have to go, would have to go through like a yarn store to probably get it. So if you live in the US, definitely check out your local yarn stores, or like Google it. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. So yeah, very excited about that, and that is it for my acquisitions. So I'm really excited. I had such a great Christmas with family, and I hope you guys did too. And I am so inspired. There is a new podcaster that I found, and I apologize, I didn't write her name down, but I just looked over at my spinning wheel and it popped into my head. And she's like really big on doing a lot of spinning, and not only spinning, but knitting with her spun yarn. And she does like a lot of it, and it's so beautiful. Her knits are absolutely beautiful. So I do apologize. If I can remember, I will put the link to her. I will put a link to her YouTube podcast down below in the notes, because I'm just so thrilled with her. She has such a wonderful attitude and spirit about her, and I watched just a couple of her YouTube videos yesterday, and I'm just thrilled. I of course subscribed, and I'm very inspired. She's inspiring me to do some more spinning, so I do want to get into doing more spinning again. I'm very excited about that. and because I have so many wonderful fleeces that I do need to start spinning, just because the process is wonderful. It's different from knitting, and it's amazing to be able to take something that is directly from your, like yours, like I have sheep, I don't have sheep, but you know, like take the wool directly from the animal, and that they, you know, you can do that, and then process it, and then knit, like actually turn it into yarn, and then knit with it or crochet with it or weave with it, and then create something totally different that can be used and keep you warm. And I don't know, I absolutely love it. I'm so there for the process and there's something so beautiful about it. So I do want to spin up a bunch of another fleece that I have, because I want to use that with my first fleece that I ever spun, which is a Corriedale base, or not Corriedale, Cotswold. Oh my goodness, Cotswold, a different sea. And it was my very first fleece that I spun. So I do want to make kind of, I'm pretty much leaning towards doing like a coat, like a jacket with it, because I think that would be great. Because the first fleece I did, that Cotswold, is a little bit on the rustic side. It is partially my own fault with my spinning. Being in the fact that I was learning, I kind of spun the life out of it, so it became kind of prickly and almost rope-like in the sense. So I do think that having it where I can knit with something more bouncy, I think is going to be kind of nice. It'll be a good contrast. And I'm looking at some different ideas. I was thinking of doing like a brioche one with the two different colors, but I don't know. I have that brioche sweater that I still need to work on from Leslie Ann Robinson. Beautiful pattern. Beautiful pattern. It's wonderful. But I'm getting a little brioche out. Not gonna lie. And, you know, it's not that I have anything against brioche. I really like brioche. But it's a very intensive knitting process. If you haven't ever knit brioche, I do recommend it. I am not bashing brioche. I love it. But it takes twice the amount of knitting to like if you're doing stockinette and you're knitting, you'll, you know, go inches. Each row is an extended row, where if you are doing brioche, you'll do a row and then you do another row, and then you've actually like made some headway. So it takes a lot longer to get some progress going, and that can be a little rough. So I have a beautiful brioche sweater. It's the Coffee and Jewels sweater by Leslie Ann Robinson, and I am using some of my beautiful yarn, but I haven't worked on it in a while, and I think I just needed to take a beat on it because it's intensive, and then I'll get back to it. But at the moment, I'm letting it just chill. That was a bit of a tangent, but to my point. That's why I was originally leaning towards a brioche sweater coat, and I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I am going to kind of reevaluate where I'm at with my yardage. I do not think I have enough of my Cotswold to do a jacket in and of itself. I think I'm going to have to hold it, or not even hold it, but I'm going to have to knit with another fleece, because I just don't have, I don't think I have the yardage for it to actually make like a coat, because I don't do cropped coats. If you're going to do a coat, I want it to be nice and cozy and warm. Speaking of cozy and warm, I guess I should address my sweater that I'm wearing before this video ends. And this is, what is the name of this sweater? Oh goodness, I should have written it down. Oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I don't remember what the name of the sweater is. It's so weird. Usually I can remember them, but this one is escaping me. It is, I believe it's by a Hoffman, not Melody Hoffman. Jennifer Hoffman? It's by a Hoffman. Isn't that, oh gosh, sorry guys. But I'm using, this is Plutalopi. It is, I think, like an eggplant colorway. It's a really, really dark purple. And it was remnants from a different sweater that I worked on. And then the beautiful main color is a wonderful, very easy to get your hands on wool. It's from Fisherman's wool by Lion Brand. Highly recommend this wool as a budget-friendly, at least in the US, pretty easy to get your hands on. I got it from Joann Fabrics. You can probably, I don't know if you can get it from Michael's, but those are craft stores here in the US. But it's absolutely wonderful. I got it on sale, and I think it's originally around $12. I think it's around $12 a skein, but they're really jumbo skeins. They're huge. You get like, I think it's about 200 grams a skein instead of one, so you get like a lot. And I think I only had 2 skeins, so 400 grams, and I used most of it, but I still had a little left over. And I've got these nice long sleeves. It's a nice long sweater. I mean, it's semi-cropped. This one's definitely a little cropped, but it is so cozy warm. And it's that fisherman's wool, which it doesn't say what type of wool it is necessarily. It just says, like, I think American wool, which really doesn't give you much. But I will say it's pretty soft. It's not like merino soft, but it's definitely more along the lines of Corriedale soft, which Corriedale is soft. So it's soft. It's not prickly. It's not prickly. I have it, again, paired with the Plötulopi, which is Icelandic wool, and Icelandic wool definitely has a bit more of a prickle factor to it than this fisherman's wool. So anyway, this video is getting super long, so thank you so much for bearing with me. If you're still with me, I so appreciate you and your time, and thank you so much for joining me today. And if you do like the content that you saw, please feel free to subscribe. If you subscribe and then hit that bell, you'll be notified when I post videos. I do try to post weekly. I know with the holidays sometimes I get like miss a week or two, but I do try to post weekly, and yeah, I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for making 2020 such a wonderful year. I do want to thank you guys for that, because yeah, it meant a lot. There are a lot of new viewers and a lot of new people that have liked my videos, commented, and subscribed, and it means so much to me. So I do want to thank you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I look forward to catching up with you soon. Take care. Bye.